Hello everyone, and welcome to the introduction video to the Fearful, Anxious, Stressed Out, and Insecure Dog course. My name is Michael Wilkes, and I'm going to be guiding you throughout this entire training course. Now, I have a lot of things written behind me on the whiteboard, so let's go through everything one at a time. Number one, I would just like to start off by giving you a big, warm welcome to the course, right? So, welcome to the course. You're officially inside, and I'm very happy and excited that you're here. It means that your dog is about to start getting real, genuine, and authentic help from you, its owner, something that it desperately wants and desperately needs, all right? So welcome to the course. I'm very happy and excited that you're here. Also, congratulations on making the decision to purchase this course, all right? As we go through the course, you're gonna see for yourself that this is gonna be hands down the best investment decision you've ever made when it comes to learning how to train your dog and lead your dog. So once again, welcome to the course and congratulations on purchasing it. Number two, I would like to talk to you about my training philosophy and my training methodology. Okay, so let's start with my training philosophy. What do we want to work towards in order to be successful when we're training our dogs and leading our dogs? What do I want for my dog, my clients' dogs, and your dog as you go through the course one video at a time, right? The first part is that we want to always work towards our dogs seeing us as a source of leadership and accountability, love and comfort, and trust and safety. However, most dog owners give more than enough love and comfort to their dogs, trust and safety, which is good. We want your dog to see you as a source of love and comfort, trust and safety. But most dog owners are therefore not seen as a source of leadership and accountability, which naturally translates to a lack of respect from the dog. And when I say lack of respect, I don't mean your dog disrespects you. I mean lack of respect as in like they don't listen to you, pay attention, or do as you ask, okay? And that's because you're not practicing leadership on a day-to-day basis. What you're mostly practicing is giving love and comfort, trust, and safety to your dog, which is good. We want that, but we also want our dogs to see us as a source of leadership and accountability. It prevents a lot of problems from happening, okay? And a lot of people sometimes want to know, how do I become the dog's leader? How do I become the alpha or the dominant one in the relationship? It's not by being rough and tough and being angry sometimes when you're mad or something. That's not at all how you do it. The way you become seen as a source of leadership and accountability in your relationship with your dog is by changing your daily tendencies and practicing daily leadership, guidance, communication, giving instructions, and giving feedback to your dog. When you take that leadership position and you do it by changing your tendencies from what you do from morning to night, because as we go through this course, I'm going to install a whole bunch of new tendencies for you to start doing and doing properly, right? So when you change your daily tendencies and start actually practicing leadership, practicing giving guidance and good communication and instructions to your dog automatically has no choice but to start seeing you as a source of leadership, accountability, and structure, okay? So that's the first aspect of my training philosophy. The second aspect of my training philosophy is that we want to fulfill all of our dog's needs, all right? Now, I love my dog, you love your dog. Of course, we want to work towards fulfilling all of their needs. Now, a dog has a lot of needs like food, water, shelter, and a whole bunch of other things, but I listed 5 key needs here that they absolutely need, and that, by the way, we will fulfill for them as we go through the course one video at a time. So their first need is that they need a leader or leaders. Okay, a dog can have more than just one leader that they fully love, trust, and respect, okay? We absolutely have to be our dog's leader in this world. If we don't do this, the dog could go through life feeling alone, distrusting of people, and perhaps scared, okay? So we want to make sure that we install good leadership, and multiple people can be a dog's leader, which I recommend. The dog should have multiple people that it loves, trusts, and respects. The second need that they have that we want to fulfill is they need to learn what the boundaries, rules, and expectations are in life, in and out of the house, okay? This is very important to do for our dogs. Otherwise, if we don't do this, our dogs go through life with no clarity, feeling confused and frustrated because they don't know what's expected of them. As we ask them to do things and we want them to do stuff, they look at us and go, what do you want from me? I don't know what's going on. You've never installed clear boundaries, rules, and expectations for the dog. And that goes for everything. Feeding time, walking time, impulse control, outings in nature, outings in public distracted environments, everything that we do with our dogs, we want to install good boundaries, rules, and expectations. That way our dog lives with a lot of clarity and order as opposed to chaos. The third need that we want to help fulfill for our dogs is their need to be socialized and desensitized to everything in this world. This is crucial to do. If we don't do this for our dogs can become or remain scared, fearful, nervous, skittish, or overwhelmed when they finally do see something that they've never seen before. It's very important that we socialize and desensitize our dogs to everything in this world. That way they move through the world calmly with reassurance. Number 4, they need mental stimulation through things like engagement, training, routines, exercise, long line loose leash walking, and outings in new places, okay? If we don't mentally stimulate our dogs, life is boring and always the same, okay? We want to change it up. We want to start adding new components to their life. And lastly, number 5, they need to mature, grow, and develop their emotional and mental strength through things like challenges and being out of their comfort zone. So as you go through the course, one video at a time, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna be challenging your dog and taking them out of their comfort zone, because right now your dog's lounging around doing nothing all day long. As we start to change that, as we start to change your daily tendencies with the videos I'm going to be showing you and getting you to practice leadership, guidance, and communication every day, your dog's naturally going to see you as a source of leadership and accountability. It's going to calm them down. They're going to learn boundaries and rules about a whole bunch of different things, and we're going to take them out socializing, desensitizing them to the world, mentally stimulating them, and so many other things. So this is my training philosophy, everyone. It's what's best for the dog. I have my dog's best intention at heart as I train him, live with him, and coexist with him. I love my dog, and I want the exact same thing for you and your dog as you go through this course. Doing all of this will create a dog who's well behaved and feeling calm, relaxed, secure, and confident in any situation, environment, or scenario, which is what we want, and it's what our dogs want as well, okay? Our dogs want to go through life feeling calm, relaxed, secure, and confident. They want to go through life with an understanding of boundaries and what's expected of them through our good communication and our good leadership, all right? So that essentially is my training philosophy. Number 3, I want to talk to you about my training methodology, my training approach, and my training mindset. When it comes to my training methodology, essentially it's this right here, okay? It's very simple, and it starts with what you're seeing here, the 7 key fundamentals. Now, the 7 key fundamentals is what features next in the course. Right now, we're at the introduction part of the course. The very next thing that you're going to learn about is the 7 key fundamentals in great detail. We're going to go through each key fundamental one at a time so you can see how things are done right and how things are done wrong. And the 7 key fundamentals have nothing to do with your dog and have everything to do with you, meaning your feet, your legs, your movement, your motion, your arm, your elbow, your hand, your leash, your positioning, your head, your eyes, your verbal communication. What are you doing? When are you doing it? And how are you doing it? It's very important that you see for yourself just how crucial it is that you learn how to lead and operate yourself properly when training your dog, right? So my training methodology first starts with us knowing how to do things properly. Then essentially my training methodology is composed of 3 things: leadership, positive reinforcement, and positive discouragement. That's it, all right? I'm gonna keep it really simple for you. When we're teaching our dogs something new, something that they don't know what to do or how to do, how are they going to learn it? It starts with our leadership as we lead the way. We have to show them with our body movements, our engagement. We have to show them the way. We have to guide them properly. We have to instruct them the right way. And as we show them what we want, they're going to be doing things properly and doing things incorrectly. When they do things properly, we have to positively reinforce. And when they do things incorrectly, we have to positively discourage. But we have to do these things properly and timely so that the dog learns quickly. So everything starts with good leadership when we're training our dogs, and then we properly positively reinforce and properly positively discourage the right things and the wrong things that they do so that they learn quick. And I'll show you exactly how to do that as we go through this course. So once we train the dog properly and they learn something, which takes no time at all, a minute or 2 or 3 or 4, and the dog understands what's going on, then my training approach is that we want to do repetitions and exposure in order to condition the dog to the behavior, right? So as you go through my course, I'm going to be continuously encouraging you to practice what you're learning on a daily basis, multiple times a day, so you condition the behavior, right? And then we want to increase the difficulty levels by changing the environment or adding the 3Ds. The 3Ds being distance, duration, and distractions. We want to add more distractions to our training to make sure that it's reliable everywhere, okay? So that's my training methodology. This is my training approach. Next is my training mindset. It's very important to have the right mindset during training, during leadership, and during dog ownership, all right? For example, I know that dogs love to be led, guided, communicated with, focused on, and attended to. I know this for sure because dogs lounge around all day and they don't do much. And when we pick up the leash and train them and show them things and they learn something and we're engaging them, they absolutely love it, okay? And when they get our full attention, it's a form of affection. It's a form of care, love, companionship, and friendship. Dogs want to spend time with us. They want to be engaged with us, right? Once we know this, let's start to have multiple training sessions every day, ranging from 2 to 3 minutes to 5 to 15 minutes long. And of course, the more the better. Do at least 5 training sessions per day before, during, or after anything. It could be before or after going for a walk, before or after supper, first thing in the morning, last thing before bed, whatever it is. You want to start having a whole bunch of training sessions multiple times a day, ranging from 2 to 3 minutes to 5 to 15 minutes. As you engage your dog, lead your dog, and focus on your dog, they absolutely love this. They then see you as a form of leadership and accountability. They then get desensitized and socialized to the world through good mental stimulation and all that kind of stuff, right? So thank you so much for watching this part of the course on my training philosophy and my training methodology. That's it in a nutshell. Number 3, I'd like to talk to you about and show you the roadmap to your success. In other words, what features in this course and how is this course laid out for you in a step-by-step fashion for you to go through that's going to allow you to be successful. All right, so let's have a look at the roadmap to your success, how the course is laid out. But first, I want to answer some questions for you that are very important for you to know. Number 1, why is your dog fearful, skittish, stressed out, anxious, and insecure? This is a question that you're probably burning to know the answer to, okay? So I'm going to try and shed some light for you as to why your dog is most likely fearful and insecure. The first thing is that your dog may have experienced some form of abuse, neglect, or had a traumatic event, okay? This is possible. However, it is very unlikely. I've worked with a lot of fearful dogs in my life, and it's very rarely due to abuse, neglect, or some kind of traumatic event, okay? The most likely reasons as to why your dog is fearful and insecure are the following reasons. For example, because of their genetic disposition. This is a fancy way of saying that's just the way the dog is. He or she is not a strong, dominant, confident, reassured, confident kind of dog, okay? Like a natural guard dog. That's not who your dog is at their core. So that's very likely why your dog is displaying fear, anxiety, and insecurity. The third reason your dog is fearful and insecure is because you're not aware of what you need to do. When dog owners have a fearful dog, they don't know what to do. Or when they see their puppy growing up and you start to go, oh my goodness, my dog is afraid of everything. You don't know what to do, and therefore you're going to be following your instincts. And your instincts that I've seen with every dog owner who has a fearful dog, everybody displays the same instincts, which is to baby the dog, spoil the dog, let the dog do whatever it wants, speak to the dog with a soft tone.
Hey, Lexi, did you get groomed? Hey.
Try and protect the dog, you try and shelter the dog, and you keep them safe and away from any perceived discomfort or any perceived dislike. In other words, you're always catering to their well-being and their safety, okay? The moment the dog shows any insecurity or discomfort, you stop everything and you cater to their needs, you pick them up, you cuddle them, you talk to them with a soft tone, you baby them and all that kind of stuff. And I wish that helped. I wished that's what they needed. But as I'm sure you've noticed, your dog isn't actually getting better, okay? So that's another reason why your dog is fearful and insecure. Another reason is because you're scared to try anything in fear of making it worse. I've had a lot of dog owners tell me, I'm so scared to make it worse. I don't want to do anything that will break the bond between me and my dog. I don't want my dog to hate me or feel like I did something to them. The poor thing is already going through hell. Last thing I want to do is make it worse, okay? So this mindset here is another reason why your dog is still fearful and insecure. And the other reasons are because there's no leadership or training from you. And there's also no rules, no boundaries, no standards, and no expectations from you onto the dog. The dog has no rules, no boundaries. He or she can do whatever it wants all the time. No nothing, okay? Also, there's no exposure, no socialization, no desensitization to the world, meaning people, dogs, and new environments, new noises, new things to see, okay? Because when you take your dog out to these places, they shake, they get all scared, they whine, they vocalize. Yo, I'll come with you to the dollar store and we'll come back, okay? And once again, you want to protect them and shelter them, so you remove them from all this kind of stuff and you bring them home and you just cuddle them and keep them safe, okay? So that's another reason why your dog is fearful and insecure. And the last one is because there's no growth in confidence. If your dog was to grow in confidence, their insecurity would lower a lot. So there's no growth in confidence through exercise, long line loose leash walking, and training your dog to heel and walk right next to you, okay? Because once again, we know there's no leadership, no training, no rules, no boundaries. Nothing is ever expected of the dog. The dog can do whatever it wants. The dog is spoiled, and this is not helping the dog at all. Number 2, what do fearful, skittish, stressed out, anxious, insecure dogs do? Here's some common behaviors displayed by fearful dogs. For example, they bark nonstop, they stay away, and they flee to safety and they hide when someone comes over. Yeah. Nope. So like I could walk all day like this, and I'll never touch him. Yeah, backs up. Hello. Yeah. This is very common. We want to help them out of this predicament. I'm going to show you exactly how in this course. Also, these dogs are always paranoid and stalking what's around the corner in case there's a danger. These dogs are very aware of what's going on. They're paranoid and they're always scanning the environment, okay? Because they're always on high alert and they're very sensitive to noise. They're sensitive to noise. Oh my goodness, what was that? Is that a car pulling in the driveway? Oh, I just heard something drop. What's going on? What was that? They're scared of everything, okay? So they're always on high alert and paranoid. Also, these dogs are going to shake and tremble if they're out of their comfort zone, and they're going to tuck their tail between their legs, and they're not going to eat any treats. So no chance of taking this. Zero. These are very common tendencies from a fearful dog. And of course, all of this is because your dog is unsocialized, unexposed, and unfamiliar to anything. And because they're unexposed and unfamiliar, that equals distrust and fear. Number 3, how to make things worse for your fearful and insecure dog, all right? There are some things you can do to make things even worse. For example, feeling sorry for your dog, babying your dog, picking up your dog all the time, cuddling your dog all the time, baby talking to your dog, and giving your dog medication. None of this will actually help your dog because you're going to be delaying giving your dog what he or she actually needs to get better and to feel better, okay? None of this is the answer to your problems, okay? It's okay to cuddle your dog. It's okay to love your dog. It's okay to baby your dog a little bit. But picking your dog up every time your dog is insecure, picking up your dog all the time and trying to reassure them with baby talking and babying your dog is not going to help. It's actually making things worse, okay? The second thing you can do to make things worse is this: trying to rearrange your life to accommodate and manage your dog's fears. In other words, have them avoid all their fears, okay? You read a lot of articles online where they'll tell you things like, if your dog is fearful when people come over, put your dog in the crate, put your dog in a different room, give them a blanket, some toys, and some food, and let them just rest there and be calm and safe by themselves.
So it was more of a, okay, bring her into the bathroom when she does that, shut the door.
Who told you to do that?
The trainer.
Told
So
you when
she's barking and going crazy, bring
Put
her
her
to
in
the
the bathroom.
bathroom, lock her away, let her say quiet, then pull her back out.
and then how would she behave when she came out?
She'd start again.
She would start again.
Yeah.
Of course she would start again.
This is terrible advice. If the dog is in another room down the hallway and he or she's alone and they can hear you in the kitchen talking to your friends and family and they're alone barking, that's just making them go crazy and mental. Emotionally and psychologically, this is the worst experience that your dog can possibly have. You do not want to have your dog avoid their fears. We instead want to go towards their fears so that they can overcome their fears. I'll talk about that in just a moment, okay? And lastly, do not follow unhelpful advice on the internet with ineffective trainers, ineffective techniques, and ineffective methods. Do not follow stuff where they can't actually show you and prove to you that this works, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly what to do in this course to truly help your fearful dog, right? And so number 4, how do we help your fearful, skittish, stressed out, anxious, and insecure dog? How do we help your fearful dog? Essentially, it's these things right here. You need to follow this course, study the videos, rewatch them if you have to, and film yourself during training to make sure you're doing everything just right. Also, you need to change the dynamics between you and your dog, where your dog sees you as someone who's in charge, leading, and communicating properly, which is going to equal your dog trusting you a lot more, okay? And of course, as you go through the course, you're going to be doing just that, one video at a time. Also, you need to change your bad habits, tendencies, and mindsets that aren't beneficial, helpful, or productive. So earlier I was talking about a lot of bad habits and tendencies that people have with fearful dogs, like babying them, picking them up, cuddling them, all that kind of stuff, feeling sorry for them, all that kind of stuff. That is not helpful at all, right? So as we go through the course, I'm going to be installing some new habits and tendencies for you to practice daily that's going to make a world of difference right away. Also, the way we really help our fearful dogs is with these last 4 points here, okay? It's by you needing to get your dog out of their comfort zone and challenge them to everything challenging to them. But of course, with proper leadership, guidance, communication, instructions, and feedback. In other words, good training. The way we truly help your fearful dog is by taking them out of their comfort zone, which we're going to do together in this course, one video at a time. And with these fearful dogs, just so you know, every time you do something with them, although it's very simplistic and very easy to do, for them it's going to be a big deal because everything is a big deal. You could ask your dog to just walk around your kitchen and your coffee table 5 times and your dog's going to be like, oh my goodness, what are we doing? This is so different. But after a few times they go, hey, this is actually kind of fun. I've actually got some focus going on. I'm actually concentrating. I'm actually listening to mom or dad's instructions. My mind is actually focused as opposed to scattered and anxious. We want to take all that anxiety and that scattered brain of theirs and hone it into something focused and concentrating, okay? That's how we help the dog. So it's by taking them out of their comfort zone, but of course with proper leadership and training on our part. Also, you have to install rules, boundaries, and standards as to how the dog behaves in everything in life, inside and outside the house, okay? When we install rules, boundaries, and standards, and we demand that the dog behaves a certain way, acts a certain way, waits for things, right? Impulse control, all that kind of stuff, waits for our permission, listens to our instructions, and all that kind of stuff. Now you have a dog that's thinking and paying attention. That gives the dog clarity and understanding and peace of mind, as opposed to stress, doubt, and worry. Also, we want to fulfill all of their needs through exercise, like long line loose leash walking, teaching and training them to heel right next to us beautifully, and taking outings out in nature, which is very therapeutic and soothing for our dogs. Also, the last way we help your fearful dog is by fulfilling their needs to be socialized and desensitized to the world. And that includes things like dogs, people, and environments, all right? This lowers their stress, doubt, and worry, and raises their confidence, joy, and reassurance. So in a nutshell, everyone, that's how we help your fearful, insecure dog. It's by taking the lead, changing their lifestyle, doing things that you're gonna learn in this course, and applying it every day to your dog's new lifestyle, and your dog's gonna absolutely love it. Your dog's gonna thrive. So go through the course one video at a time, and we're gonna help your fearful dog in no time, I promise you. Now let's have a look at the roadmap to your success and how the course is laid out. So I have a lot of things written behind me on the whiteboard. We'll go through everything one at a time, but essentially these 7 things here is what's gonna allow you to be successful in helping your dog, okay? Number 1 is this: trust the process. I've been doing this for a very long time, training dogs and coaching owners. I know the kind of process you need to go through to learn slowly but surely, okay? So trust the process. Number 2 is this: go through the course step by step diligently. Number 3, you want to improve your 7 key fundamental skills, all right? So right now we're at the introduction video in the education part of the course. The very next topic is the 7 key fundamentals, which has everything to do with you from your head down to your toes. It has nothing to do with your dog. The 7 key fundamentals has everything to do with you, and it's very important that you improve your 7 key fundamental skills as you learn about them and go through the course. Number 4, you want to study the videos, you want to take notes, and you want to follow the instructions, examples, and demonstrations perfectly. And of course, you want to practice and do lots of repetitions. Number 5, you film yourself during training. It's what's going to allow you to improve the fastest, all right? So as you go through the course, you're going to notice that, of course, I'm being filmed by my clients when I'm training their dogs, but I'm also filming my clients when they're training their dogs. And you're gonna see how quickly my clients improve as I coach them from behind the camera. So when it's your turn to start training your dog, make sure you film yourself. Set your camera up somewhere in your house so that you can see what you're doing and what you look like. That way you can improve the next time you try. It's very important. It's what's gonna allow you to improve the fastest. Number 6, be consistent and apply everything that you learn daily before, during, or after anything. So as you go through the course and you start to learn one thing, then another, then another, then another, start applying everything that you learn daily before, during, or after going for a walk with your dog, before, during, or after supper, or cleaning up, or watching a movie, or whatever it is. Start having a lot of mini little training sessions throughout the day. 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, 5 minutes there. It's very important that your dog starts to get a lot of leadership from you on a daily basis, okay? So be consistent and apply everything that you learn daily. And lastly, number 7, look for the email invite that I've sent you for the Facebook group that I've created for leadership-based dog training, okay? This Facebook group is going to be a community of dog owners just like yourself with the exact same struggles. And it's a place to share concerns, ask questions, or post success stories, okay? I'm going to be sometimes chiming in and helping you guys with your issues, concerns, of actual videos that you're showing me what kind of problems you're having, okay? You need to show me the problems that you're having so that I can chime in and tell you exactly what to do differently to get the right result, okay? So this is how you can be successful going through the course. So here's what features in the course and what you have access to. 20 different training topics, 20 different training exercises, and 20 different training drills. Everything that you see here. And all of this is composed of 145 untrained dogs plus their owners, okay? Not all owners are in there, but 145 untrained dogs. Everything I'm going to show you is going to be with dogs who have never done what it is that we're doing. It's the dog's very first time doing it, and they're learning it right there in the moment. So you're going to see how quickly I teach them something, even though they have no idea what's going on. And you're going to see and hear all the coaching I give to the owners so that they improve in real time, because they're going to be making all kinds of mistakes with their timing, their movements or leash pressure and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna know exactly what to do to be able to get the kind of results that you want with your dog, right? Now, these 20 training exercises are composed of things like this: food exercises, a priming video to teach your dog to walk perfectly, heeling videos to teach our dogs to walk perfectly, crate training, place in bed command, threshold exercises, setting boundaries in the house, duration work, walking indoor exercises, sits and downs, recall exercises, entrance drills, teaching our dogs a break while we're out walking, car drill exercises, long line loose leash walking, and exercise, all right? So this is what features in my course in terms of training drills. And I also have 4 very specific videos for you to watch in case you're having any of these issues. If your dog is fearful at all towards people and barks and distrusts people coming in the house, you need to watch this video. I'm going to show you exactly what I do with these fearful, hesitant, distrusting dogs towards people to help them overcome these challenges, okay? Also, if your dog has separation anxiety and barks all the time, whines and cries when you're out of the room or leaving the house, I'll show you exactly what you want to start working on in order to help your dog out of this predicament. Or if you have a dog that jumps all the time nonstop and just jumps on everybody who walks through the door, or if you have a dog that humps on you nonstop, or if you have a dog that's nipping you all the time, so jumping, humping, or nipping, watch this video. I'm going to show you how to stop this once and for all. Also, I have a bonus section in my course with 9 bonus videos to help you with specific things that you might be struggling with. So for example, you might have a dog that bites on the leash all the time nonstop. If this is happening to you, and if you have a dog like this, I'll show you exactly what we want to do to stop this once and for all, and very quickly and easily. Or if you have a dog that objects walking on the leash and objects to leash pressure, once again, you need to see and learn how we help these dogs out of this predicament so that we can teach them to walk perfectly. Or perhaps you have a dog that's fearful of stepping on the wooden floor in the basement. If this is the case, I'm going to show you exactly what we want to do to help this dog out of this predicament, all right? So check out my bonus section of the course. I have 9 videos there that might be helpful for you if you're struggling with any of the things I can help you with there. And lastly, this is the official course layout right here, okay? We are at the introduction part of the course right here in the education section. After this video, there's 3 more topics for you to cover that are part of your education. The 7 key fundamentals, how to teach a dog to walk, collars and pressure, and how to use training collars. Once we're done this, we start the training for real. And the training is broken up into 4 categories: indoor foundation, indoor advanced foundation, outdoor foundation, and outdoor advanced foundation. Okay, so 2 foundations inside, 2 foundations outside, right? And the most important training that you're going to be doing throughout this entire course is the heel videos, okay? The heel videos is where we teach our dogs to walk with us perfectly, all right? It's broken up into 6 phases: heel 1 of 6, heel 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6, and lastly 6 of 6. These are the most important training videos throughout this entire course, because teaching our dogs to heel and walk right next to you will have the greatest, most positive, beneficial effect on your dog. Right now, your dog might be displaying a lot of stress, barking, and overly excited, out of control behavior. We do not want our fearful dogs being afraid of simply going out for a walk. When our dogs learn to heel next to you, an entire world opens up for our dogs. A world filled with beautiful walks, beautiful outings, relaxation with a calm demeanor, and peace of mind for the dog, knowing everything is okay and they have nothing to worry about. In heel phase 5 of 6, we're going to be walking our dogs out in public distracted environments. Places like the grocery store, where there's a lot of stimulus, distractions, people, cars, big open spaces, and sliding doors, in case they're fearful of it. Because if they are, we want to help them overcome their fears. In this course, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. In heel phase 6 of 6, we're going to be teaching our dogs to heel at dog parks, and we won't go there just to train and heel. We're going to go there to socialize and meet dogs safely through the fence with rules of behaving properly. I'm going to show you exactly what we want to do to fulfill this incredibly important aspect of our dog's life. They need to meet other dogs, greet dogs, see them up close, and touch nose to nose, smell one another, and just be close to one another with a good and relaxed behavior. This is something missing in a lot of dogs' lives, and we're going to make sure to fulfill this need that they have to socialize and become familiarized with other dogs. Also, the fear video that I have for you to watch is critical and needs to be applied after the entrance drill, all right? So once you're done with both indoor foundations and the entrance drill video, watch the fear video and apply everything that you learn in that video right away by following all instructions, all right? This video will help you tremendously in having your dog finally trust people and strangers and not be so afraid, fearful, and barking all the time at people. So thank you for watching this part of the video on the roadmap to your success and how the course is laid out. remember to trust the process and go through everything step by step, video by video. This is what's going to ensure both you and your dog being successful. And lastly, number 4, I want to talk to you about the equipment needed and the equipment recommended throughout the course, plus words of encouragement. So here's the equipment needed and recommended to go through the course. Number 1, I'm sure you already have a collar, but I'm going to recommend ideally getting a belt style collar. These belt style collars are more sturdy and more reliable. I don't recommend you getting a buckle snap collar. These buckle snaps can break and they can loosen on their own over time. Number 2, I'm sure you already have a leash. Ideally, all you need is a 4 to 6 foot regular nylon leash. Okay, that's all you need. I don't recommend you getting a metal leash. Metal leashes are heavy and clunky and they're not comfortable to work with, and so are biotane leashes. Biotane have a strange material. I personally don't like working with them, so just get yourself a regular 4 to 6 foot nylon leash. And if you have 2 dogs, get yourself a Y-shaped leash. A Y-shaped leash allows you to have one leash that connects to 2 dogs. That way you avoid having 2 leashes in your hands and getting all tangled up with yourself and your dogs. Okay, not ideal at all. Number 3, I recommend you get a long line leash. Ideally, 15 feet is all you need. A regular 15-foot long line nylon leash is all you need. Not a retractable leash, all right? This is very different. Don't get a retractable leash. Number 4, get yourself a clicker. They cost about $2 online, and some high value treats. We are going to be using treats throughout the course sometimes, all right? And I recommend things like freeze-dried salmon or freeze-dried liver. This is something very healthy for dogs, and dogs usually love these kind of treats. Number 5, I recommend you get a crate, and iCrate is the brand that I recommend you get, okay? Get yourself an iCrate. The right size, not too small, okay? It's very important that there's more than enough room in there. Do not make it small. Make sure your dog can stand up, turn around, walk around, and lay down, okay? So make sure it's the right size, not too small, and not a traveling crate, okay? The two are very different. Do not get a traveling crate for training. Get yourself an iCrate for training. Number 6, I recommend maybe getting a playpen. A playpen is a fantastic substitute for a crate, or it's something that you can also attach to your crate, giving your dog more room to move around and stretch their legs when you're away at work, if leaving your dog in the crate or in the playpen is something that you're doing or want to be doing. Number 7, I recommend you getting 2 beds for your dog. Most people just have 1 dog bed. I recommend get 2, that way you can have 1 in the bedroom and 1 in the living room. Plus, as we go through the course, you're going to see that we can use these dog beds to bounce the dog around during training. And lastly, number 8, I recommend you keep an open mind to potentially getting a training collar, right? As you go through the course, you can use whatever collar you want to train your dog. Everything I'm going to be doing in my course, you can try doing with whatever collar you like and put whatever you want at the end of that leash. It's completely up to you. However, keep an open mind to potentially getting a training collar as you learn more about them in the course and as you see me using them in the course. Because with these training collars, we can get a much better result, which is very important for us and our dogs. And last but not least, you can do this, everyone. You really can, okay? It's a learning curve. Take it step by step, day by day. It's a learning curve, everyone. This is new for you. So you're gonna improve slowly but surely, okay? But trust me when I tell you, you can do this. So remain consistent with your commitment, remain consistent with your effort, and remain consistent with your discipline. That way you can be successful for both you and your dog as you go through the course. Also, I wrote 3 tries equals 1 try. So do lots of repetitions. So what I mean by 3 tries equals 1 try is I want you to put yourself in the mindset that you trying something 3 times is the equivalent of actually trying once, okay? Because if you just try something once and you're like, oh, it's not working, I watched how Michael did it, I followed his instructions, I couldn't do it, my dog wasn't listening, I give up. Do not do that, okay? Train your dog for 2, 3, 4 minutes, take a break, try again for 2, 3, 4 minutes, take a break, try again for 2, 3, 4 minutes. This equals 1 try, okay? Do not become discouraged in the beginning. Remember, it's a learning curve. So 3 tries equals 1 try. Always remember that. And lastly, your dog loves being led, guided, and communicated with by you, okay? They feel loved, they feel focused on, they feel attended to, and cared for. So love them by leading them, okay? Your dog loves to spend time with you. It wants to learn from you. It wants to listen. It wants to get tuned in and paired up with you, okay? So go through the course 1 video at a time. We're about to dive into the 7 key fundamentals now. So get your notebooks out, get ready to learn, observe, take notes, and practice what I'm going to ask you to practice, okay? Thank you so much for watching this introduction video, and I'll see you in the next part of the course.